Hello, hello, hello there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. Welcome to the first Saturday in June. We are now in a new month, and this is the month of June, and a lot of things are happening in the garden. We have transitioned from the purple garden, and now we're heading into what I'm calling a pink garden with some shades of pink and fuchsia, and it is a cool, calm garden. The season is definitely changed, and now the temperatures are much more warmer than they were before, and so things are starting to open up, and things are fading because of the heat. And I saw that with my rhododendrons that were bringing me such beautiful color. So now I have to come up with something new to replace them. And I did. I went to Costco and was able to get some New Guinea Impatiens. They were so beautiful. I saw them there and I said, well, I got to pick up these Impatiens. So I want to show you what I did and the results of it and how it has really transformed this space and brought us into a new season or a new time period here for June. And this is such a really good time too for this, because today is June 1st, the first day of June, and this is the first Saturday in June as well. So let me just show you what I did and show you what I would love to do and the changes that I'm going to be making for this time. I went to Costco today and picked up these beautiful SunPatiens, and these are begonias or SunPatiens, and aren't they beautiful? Look at the color, absolutely beautiful. Now these are the regular Impatiens that one can put in the shade. But this type of SunPatiens, they can go in shade as well as in the sun. But from past experience, I think they do best in partial sun location where they get sun, but also get some shade to protect them, especially during the hot seasons. But isn't this beautiful? They are so healthy looking. And it was a good price. You got 8 for 8 of them, and I already have a good spot for them where I'm going to be placing them and also putting them. I think I'm going to put some of them in pots. So I will keep you informed of what I decide to do next with these SunPatiens. The rhododendron flowers are fading, but I think this is a good location to place these wonderful SunPatiens, because under the tree they will get partial shade, but they also get sun as well. And the color just continues the same color scheme that you see already here with the rhododendron. And when the rhododendron blooms are gone, we can continue this same look or scheme here in this bed. We're also going to have behind there the hydrangea, a lace cap hydrangea, which is right here, and that's going to flower. And also the beautiful purple sensation alliums. They're finished, but they still have these seed heads here, which will provide interest, but we need color. So I believe that these flowers here, these SunPatiens, are going to do the trick and make this bed still very beautiful. I also have too the chrysanthemums that I planted here that will come up in the fall and will add some more color to this bed. So we want to keep a succession of bloom and color happening. I do have some daylilies there that will look good also, but I think that this annual sun impatiens will carry the weight of this bed and will continue to give continual color for the season. At least that's my hope. I've added impatiens to this side, and I'm going to continue all the way down. Now, I took out the tulips that were here on this side, the beautiful pink impression tulips and the daffodil leaves. They've been removed. And I planted out some seeds here of marigolds here, so we'll see if they will sprout. I have some zinnia seeds here and also some cosmos that I had seeded before. And then in this section here, I have some more seeds, some zinnias some additional zinnias of candy cane, I think it's called, but zinnias. So what I'm hoping is that they will come up, and as they grow, what I'm going to do is, spread them out. If they're too close to one another and they're a good size, I can always transplant them and move them around. And then right here that's coming up is the purple perella, which has reseeded itself. I also have in this bed some cosmos that have reseeded themselves too, or have come up through the wild seed mix, which didn't do well. I had thrown a lot of the seeds here, but I think that they've been overcome by the daffodil leaves. But some of the seeds are coming up, and that's a good thing. I also have some bee balm there, and then of course the wonderful lilies, my Casablanca lilies and my Donna lily that's here in this bed. So this is the bed that I'll be working on. I'm going to continue down with the impatiens, and I'm thinking of putting 2 of the SunPatiens right here, just to kind of tie the 2 beds together. You can see that over here, just to add 2 here, but have this a little different with the impatiens. Now, don't think that these impatiens are going to stay this size. They will not. They will eventually grow and touch one another and fill the bed here. So I'm excited about that. So what I have to do is just keep on planting them in, watering them, and giving them fertilizer, feeding them. And the good thing about this is that right now, the color of the impatient there, that color, is the same color as my rose. This rose has opened up. Look at it, it's so beautiful. It is a rugosa rose, an old-fashioned French style rose. It blooms really pretty, and then it cleans itself. It sheds its petals after the bloom is finished. But when it comes out, it's so beautiful. This morning I got it really early, and while it was cool and the soil was moist, I decided it would be a good time to plant in my new addition to the garden, the New Guinea impatiens. I also added on some more of the impatiens, which are shade-loving plants, but they also love the dapple shade. They can take some sun if you give them a lot of water, and it's pretty much the same thing for the I call them SunPatiens, the SunPatiens as well, that they can take more sun than the impatiens. However, they need a lot of water if they're in the sun. So let me give you a tour of my space here. All right, so right here in this bed, at this particular time, this is noontime, the garden is in partial shade with dapple sun coming through in this area. And there are a lot of trees surrounding these beds. So you have to really think about shade-loving plants. What can manage the shade but still get enough sun so that they can flower? And so at this time, the impatiens, they are shade-loving plants. They love the shade. They can handle it. And they can also handle some of the sun as well. And they just need a lot of water. But then I want to also show you what is happening with my roses. This is the first rose bush in my garden that one of the first rose bushes in my garden that I planted, but it usually has the first blooms, and I love the color. It is such a beautiful color. It's like a hot pink, and it's really full this year. We got a lot of rain, and the rain showed up and caused the plants and shrubs and flowers to really explode and grow, and they are just looking really good. So then here, that color of the roses match so well with the impatiens. I actually tried to look for the same color and also to add the white to give a little variation. So it's that hot pink with the white. Then I have the chrysanthemums from last year that are returning. But now with the New Guinea's impatiens or SunPatiens, this is a nice soft lavender light pink color. And I really like how they look in this bed here. I put 3 of them in this bed, and I added some more impatiens in between. The patiens, their flowers are much smaller and dainty, whereas the New Guinea's impatiens flower is much larger in size. So we'll see the contrast there of the 2 impatiens. Now behind them are going to be zinnias, marigolds, and other plants that I'm planting from seed. So I seeded out this area, this back area here with cosmos and zinnias and marigolds. But in the front of them are the impatiens. On this side, underneath the oak tree, I planted 4 of the sun impatiens. And I decided not to add the impatiens here, just to give a little difference between the 2 beds. Also, this bed has more established plants in it, and it's a little more, I would say, full, so that it doesn't really need that extra color. I have more of the chrysanthemums or garden mums in this bed, and I also have some other plants that are coming up here. For example, the hydrangea will be giving color later on as well, and we still have the color from the rhododendrons. And I think that this blend is really good. It's monochromatic in a sense, and that makes the bed simple, cool, and just very pleasant, with Mr. Rabbit holding up the middle there. So I do like the combination of the two together. Both of them are unique, but yet they still have some similarity with the New Guineas or SunPatiens. And then in the center bed, I decided that I wanted to put one of the New Guineas in this container here. And the reason why I did that, so that it could bring some cohesion to both beds, all three of the beds here together. Right now in this bed, you can see that the spiderwort is blooming, a beautiful purple flower there. And still we have the pink from the bleeding hearts. And we have some white poppies that are opening up too here in this bed, along with the variated grass. In this bed, we also have the daylilies, a lot of daylilies that will be coming up as well. So this garden, or this bed, has its own special characteristics. It's a little bit more wilder, but yet it has plants in it. It has the softness of the mint. And what I'm going to do here in the front of this bed here is I'm going to plant the Impatiens, and they will fill out. I'm also going to add to this bed my caladiums. When they open up, I'm going to tuck them into this bed, and that will also add some more color to the bed. I just want to show you this beautiful patch of spiderwort that was here when we got here, and I thought that it had disappeared, but it is back and looking very beautiful here in this back border that we have put together, a little back garden. And actually not we, my husband put together, and it's looking really pretty. You can see it showing up from a distance. Really nice. My peony also bloomed. Look at this. Yeah, one beautiful bloom. I see there's another one there too as well. But yeah, it bloomed. Isn't that pretty? It's been here for a while and it's getting bigger. The shrub is getting larger. But this is the largest the flower has ever been. Just a very pretty flower. I love it. In the kitchen garden bed, I planted last year this poppy plant. I did it through the winter bottle sowing process, and I just thought nothing of it, that it wouldn't come into being, that was it. But I planted it and I just put it here and I left it here, and I did not dig it up. And this year it is flowering here. It actually started growing. At first I thought it was a weed, but then I realized that it's had a different look. It wasn't looking too weedy. And I liked the design. I liked the texture of the leaves. So I decided to give it a chance, and I didn't remove it from here. And I'm glad I didn't, because now it is about to unfold and show itself here in the garden. And I'm really, really pleased with this. And it has at least one, two, three, four more other flowers coming with it. So when they're all opened up, that's going to be beautiful. I'm definitely going to try to save the seeds of this poppy and spread around now that I know that it actually can produce and grow in my garden. Here in the kitchen garden area, this beautiful poppy has opened up, and it was planted last year when I tried out the winter bottle sowing method. And what I did was I just put all of the plants right down in the ground here, and nothing happened. I didn't see very much. But this year, it has decided that it wants to bloom, and it is so beautiful. I love the interior of it, the color. It has almost like a purpley, deep purple color with this very, very vibrant orange texture here on color, with the ruffles, the texture of the ruffles of the petals that are orange, and they are so beautiful here in the light. It's like it's on fire. It's very pretty. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more flowers to open up. I'm definitely going to save the seeds and or allow it to reseed itself here in the garden and right in this bed, because this is a beautiful time to have some color in the bed while the garden is being pulled together here. In this square, I have some chives, which has that same purpley color, so it kind of works together, and some other flowers I have which self-seeded, the purple perilla, and my onions and garlic are here, and also chamomile. Isn't this cute here, a chamomile? So it's a smorgasbord of different things, and as the season moves on, what I will be doing will be, of course, removing and weeding things out. But for right now, it's so good to have a little color and to have this beautiful poppy here. It's unusual for me because I've never grown poppies like this in my garden. I don't remember having a poppy. I might have maybe 5 years ago or 6 years ago, but I bought that poppy. But this one is mine. I seeded this poppy, and that's what makes the difference. Check out the interior. It's so unique. Really beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, grow, grow together. And I hope that you have enjoyed this little taste of what's happening in my garden and what I was able to get done. But then tomorrow we're going to have our Sunday walkabout in the garden, and there's so much more to show you. So please come and join me here at Catherine's Garden and Home. And I will definitely be able to show you some of the beautiful things that have happened to the garden. Right now, it's a teaser, but yes, there's still more to come. So come and join me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What do you think about all of this? Have a wonderful day. Bye.